Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch. Hopefully you're in the right place. Welcome to everybody who's returning. If you are just a viewer, if you are a subscriber, if you are a, I don't know, is there anything else? Liker? Well, if you're a viewer, you probably are one of the other two things. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe you're just a viewer, which is fine. Great. I'd love to see it. If you are new, welcome. I have had kind of a trickle of a few new people, which is really fun. We've made it over the 800 hill, so now we're trying to get to that. We're now on the way to the 900 hill, so we're getting there. But ever since YouTube has changed the, thing, whatever, the community tab to 500, it's been great because I've been able to utilize that actually recently, which is great because there's been a lot going on. I'm sorry, my throat, I have something in my throat. Okay, so we've got a couple of things today. I don't have that much because, y'all, it has been a week. We'll get into life stuff at the end, but we have, no, we don't have haul. We have no haul, which is weird, right? We have whips. We have Stitchy Kindness. We have something else, which is very exciting. So wait until a little later, and you will see it's very exciting. And it's not exciting for me. I mean, it is exciting for me, but it's not only exciting for me. So just you wait. And then we also have life stuff at the end, which we'll get into. Okay, so we'll start with whips. Whips are works in progress. I realize I never say that. So if you're a new stitcher and you're like, what is a whip? That's what a whip is. It's a work in progress. So I guess we're going to start from what I've been working on recently to what I was working on last week. I did not stitch much this week. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I haven't stitched much this week because wildness. So the first thing in my pile is what I was working on yesterday. This is Ariel. The artist is Hannah Alexander, and the designer is NeniSweetPatterns on Etsy. I'm not sure if she still has these patterns up or what, but I bought them a long time ago. It's the same style as my Mulan, which if you've been watching me, you would have seen. It is still with the framers, and it's been weeks, so I'm kind of wondering if I should just email them and ask where that is. I'd love to get it back sometime soon. It's not a big piece, and this one's going to be even smaller because it's on 28 count, and that one was on 25 count. So anyway, you've seen what it's going to look like, and here is where it is. I could probably fold this part up too, actually, because I don't have that much done. So that's where it is now. Sorry about the lighting situation, guys. It is dark outside, and none of the rooms in my house have great lighting, and I haven't invested in a light. So this is what it is, I guess. But anyway, that's where we are. So we can see, I think the last time I was just here-ish, so we were seeing some of the corner of this green. Well, now we're seeing a flower, so that's very exciting. I wanted to get to something. And I had a lot of stitching time yesterday because I took the day off work for reasons we will get into, and I mentioned it on my channel in the community tab, so some people have already seen it. But this is where we are. So I did 1,100 stitches yesterday. I mean, I was banging the stitches out. It also helps that a lot of the colors up in here are fairly similar. All these greens there's a lot of blocky stitching in the greens and the yellows. The only part that was pretty confetti was this flower, which doesn't look like it should be very confetti heavy, but there's a lot of off-white colors. There is also white in there, which is weird because I feel a lot of the time whenever I see a piece that has white in it, it's not actually white. This one actually does. It has white and B5200 in it. So weird. Because I'm so used to having like the white parts on pieces never actually being white. But yeah, so that's that. And then here's the comparison photo while I am doing this. And, okay. My goodness. This, whatever's in my throat needs to go away. Okay. The next thing is a new start, and this is called Yukikaze. It is a chart and artwork by Nene Thomas? Nene? I don't know how to say her name, but she was a hate artist for a while, and then she branched off and she started charting her art herself. So for a while it wasn't working on Pattern Keeper. This chart wasn't working on Pattern Keeper, and now it is working on Pattern Keeper. So that's really exciting because it was really painful the way it was importing into Pattern Keeper. It was importing, so it didn't need like to draw the grid and stuff, but it wasn't importing correctly, so it was really annoying. But it is now, so they work, or at least the one I have works. But anyway, yeah, this is Yukikaze. It really reminded me of Mulan. So, and obviously I can't I can't not have a Mulan piece. I feel like. I mean, I also have another Mulan piece coming once I get to it. It's a small. So it's gonna take me like no time at all. But this one also reminds me kind of Mulan, so but it's a really tiny start. So here's my start. There's like nothing. It's all pretty much the same color. There's like a few stitches close to the like where I am that are a different blue, but you can't tell. They essentially look the same. There's like one stitch in there that you can see is a different blue, maybe two, but they're mostly all one color. And this was a day that I didn't have a whole lot of stitching time, so I didn't get too much done. So it's a pretty small start. I say that, but like it's actually a lot. Like it's 28 count, so it's quite a lot. But I'm really sorry about this croak or whatever that's going on. I'm not sick, so I don't know. I got over my sickness. I just have something stuck in my throat. That's all. Okay, the next one is World of Disney. So, Carla, I'm working on World of... I finally pulled it back out again. And where am I? Okay, so this one is a chart that I bought off Etsy. It is... The designer is ZAnnaCrossStitch. Don't know I don't know an artist. They don't have an artist. Disney is kind of weird, so it is what it is. Also didn't get too much done on this one. And you'll see something weird when I finally open it up. But hopefully you have seen what it will look like. And here is where we are. Oh, lots of threads hanging. Here's where we are now. So I am working in this column, and I am working that column. I'm trying to work that column all the way to the top. So just this one column, because I'm trying to get all the way to the top so that I can work over to her corner. I know, it's crazy. I don't care. But anyway, yeah, that's where I worked, right there. And this is actually Dumbo. Dumbo? Is it Dumbo? No, it's not Dumbo. It is Eeyore. Dumbo. Dumbo's somewhere else on this pattern, I think. But that's Eeyore. Right there. You can't tell, but it is. And that's like the top scene, I believe, is Winnie the Pooh. And then it goes up into the frame, I think. pretty sure this whole scene up here is Winnie the Pooh, and it goes into the frame. And then I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go. I don't know whether I'm going to go this way or if I'm going to go this way. One side is Peter Pan, and the other side might be Dumbo. That might be why I keep saying Dumbo. I can't remember though. So I don't know which way I'm going to go. I have a while to go. Like, I have a long way to go before I even have to think about which way I have to go, because I have to keep stitching up. But it's looking really good, I think. Yeah. So that's where we are, where we're at right now. Again, not sure how many stitches I did. It's kind of sporadic because this week has been weird. I was going to say something. Hopefully the comparison's coming up here somewhere. Probably already did come up, but you know, it's fine. The one nice thing about having new starts is that there are no comparison photos, so you don't have to remember to put them in. So there's that. Okay, next, my cryptids. So this is the Cryptid SAL by the Witchy Stitcher, and I think it's called Creepy Cryptids, but we call it the Cryptid SAL. So I believe, since you've seen this last, I think I've added 3. Wait, since you've seen this last, why wouldn't you have seen them all? Oh no, you've seen them all. What am I talking about? You've seen all of them, except for the one that I did on Friday. I don't know where my head's at. You've seen all of them, except for one. So we don't have a start photo, like a finished photo, because it's a mystery. So here is where we are now. So we have completed this side. So we are halfway done. But I did the jackalope. That was the addition for this week. Because I filmed last week, right? I think so. But that was my addition for the week, is the jackalope. He was fun to stitch. He's very cute. I still think that my favorites are the night crawlers. I just love them. Love them. But it's so much fun to stitch, this piece. I love it. And I love that it comes out, you know, once a week, skips a week. I don't like the skip a week. But that's because I'm getting them, I'm still caught up. So I don't need that week. I can usually get them done in one night, like the night that they come out. Well, the day that they come out, but I do them at night. So I don't love that there's a week that's a skip week, but, you know, I get why that is a thing, because not everybody can stay up to date. But anyway, here's a comparison photo, I think. Okay, and then the last piece. We are not even 15 minutes in, and I'm on my last WIP. It's gonna be a shorter video. Okay, the last WIP I have for you is my Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. Oh, I forgot to say the fabric for the Cryptid SAL. Cryptid SAL is on, I don't remember. Cyprium 36 count? Do I even have it in here anymore? Yeah, I do. Cyprium 36 count linen by Picture This Plus. Okay, and then this one by the Autumn Quakers is on a piece of BeStitchMe fabric. It is called After the Harvest. It is a 32 count linen, and here is what it looks like at the moment. Actually, you know what? Let me fold this up. This was a Fabric of the Month die for September. so you can't get it anymore, or you can't get it. But it is so fun. This fabric is just so fun. But here is the stitches. So last time I had this whole motif finished. So I finished this motif and then this little whatever tiny thing, and then I started on the next motif. So it has like two little birds. I think they're cardinals. So yeah, finished this one, finished these two birds, and then started on the vine that's gonna go down this way. It's like an acorn vine or something. But super fun, super loving this. I really, really like this. I'm doing this with the Valdani threads that are called for. I was a little weirded out by this variegated green, this one that goes around this thing, because it goes from light to dark like super quickly. There's not really as much of a variegation, I feel like. But after I put it in, it was fine. It's so funny to see the difference in some of them don't have like much variegation at all, and some of them have a lot of variegation. Like this flower inside of here, that's all the same color, but the variegation is so wild. It goes from like this deep red to this like almost pink color. I wouldn't even say deep red, it's more like a rust color to a pink color. It's very interesting. But anyway, that, oh, I have a package. It was just delivered at 6 whatever at night. Anyway, that is that one, and here is a comparison photo. And that is all my WIPs. I don't have any finishes because I'm me. I rarely have a finish. And I had a finish, what did I have finished last week, right? So, that's good. I'll be having a new start soon because the Story Stitches Christmas SAL border came out a while ago. I'm still waiting on my fabric. Hopefully that'll be shipping possibly tomorrow. And then once I get that, I can move along and put in that border, that frame. So I'm ready to go, hopefully. Okay, so now let's do my Stitchy Kindness. So the first thing that I got, if you know me, I have talked about Ariana's Twitch. She is Where Black Sheep Meet on YouTube, on Flosstube, and she is Black Sheep Meet on Twitch. And I haven't had time to be able to join her on her Fridays for a while now because it has been crazy. But when I have the time, I do join her on Fridays. She plays a game called WASD, Whips Against the Speedrun Dungeon. And she does giveaways, kind of as if she wins, she gives something away, and if she loses, she gives something away. Anyway, I used some of my tokens. I don't know what they're called. I won a giveaway. I don't remember if she won or lost. I can't remember. I think it was I don't remember. Anyway, I won a needle minder. She is currently working on setting up an Etsy store. And so she's been making needle minders and bags and things like that. And so I won a needle minder. And here is what it looks like. So it's super cute. It is, I don't remember the style. There is a name for the style of this. If you have ever seen, there are phone cases that have like this style. I think it's like a Korean, is it Korean? Like style, and it looks like there's icing and stuff stuck to the icing. Anyway, it's so cute. It is massive, but I love it. Like, I love massive needle minders. But the interesting thing is there's a magnet on the back, right? So that it can connect to your fabric. But because this is so thick, the layers here are so thick, there's only a magnet underneath of this. this little like popsicle. So when you put your needle down, you can't just put it anywhere. You have to put it on top of this this guy, which is fine, because it's easy to tell. Like, you stick your needle down and you can tell where the magnet is. So it's really good placement too, because it's, you know, easily accessible. So I really like it, and once she sets up her store, I'm absolutely buying things, because I already have a bag that she made me. Thank you. And now I have this needle minder that she made, not for me, but she made. So thank you for this lovely needle minder. It was a great win. I don't remember if you won or lost, but it was a win for me. So it's super cute. I've been using it on kind of like all of my projects recently. So there's that. And then I also, in the mail today, literally got home and sitting on my stoop was a package. So let me just pull up some of the info, because I just want to make sure I'm saying all of the correct things. Anyway, so there is a friend of mine, and I think she doesn't have a Flosstube. She watches my channel. Her name is Kaylee Cruff. I probably butchered her last name. I'm sorry, Kaylee. But she lives in Canada, and we were talking to each other. We were messaging, and we decided we were going to start the what is it called? Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms World Map by Amy Stewart. We're going to start that together. And we haven't decided on a hashtag or a date or anything. It's, for me, going to have to be started in December, because I'm going to put it into my No New Starts group. And while I can start things next year, because I'm doing Work Your WIPs, I don't want to have to wait to start it, so I'm going to start it in December. So Kaylee, just let me know if that works for you. Either way, we're going to stitch it together. I've put it in a couple spaces on my WIP Go board next year. All of my SALs have special things happening on my WIP Go board, so I'm trying to make that work. But she made me a project bag for that piece. So let me pull it up here. Here is the project bag. Sorry about the glare. But here's the outside fabric. It's obviously got the window here. The inside fabric is this fabric, which is a bunch of butterflies, and oh my goodness, look at the gorgeousness. And then the little charm is so cute on the zipper pull. Is so pretty. That bead is gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, look at this. It is awesome. It is, I don't remember what she called it, but it's got lots of space in here. Like, this is a big boy, big project bag. And I can't wait to put my fabric in here for the SAL. And that is not all. That is absolutely not everything. She also made me the most perfect bag for my dog's piece. You guys, just look. It is amazing. The back is even better, just wait. But this fabric, I love the stripes, amazing. Look at him in his regal attire. He's just the best. I don't know what this says. Gentleman with the fancy top hat. Oh, he's a gentleman with the fancy top hat. That's him. And the back, though. Guys! It's a dog with wine! Can we not? Can we not? I mean, how much more perfect could this be? And it says, the snooty dame in white. This is the most amazing project bag I've ever seen. And I'm putting my dog's piece in it, like, ASAP. Because look at it. And then the charm is so cute. Let me spin it around. Come on now. Here's the charm. It is a cute little dog. Look how cute it is. I don't know if it's a Bichon, but I'm gonna say it's a Bichon. But yeah, look at this bag. It's just, obviously it's got the vinyl. I love this. It's also the same kind of like depth. I don't remember what you called it, Kaylee. But it's a lot. There's a lot of space in there. It's really great. Oh look, you can see the hat a little bit better in there. There, you can see the hat. He's got his fancy top hat. I think it says something on the side too. I don't know. Oh no, it's just the fabric. Anyway, most amazing. Most amazing. I love this. Yeah. And now I have 3 fancy bags. I've got my gnome bag, my dog bag, and my butterfly bag. And here is the best part for you guys. We're doing a giveaway! So Kaylee, she made me another bag. Not me. She made another bag. And she sent it to me. And I will be giving this one away. So she does make these bags, and she is setting up a store. She does right now have a website. It's called The Sewing Shop. And here is her tag. So that is what her website is. But she is working on putting up a shop, and I will, as soon as that shop is live, I will put the link in the description. For now, I will put this website in the description, but here is the bag that we'll be giving away. Look at that. So it's a bunch of birds on the outside, and then it's the vinyl front. Again, it's got the kind of deeper, wider bottom, and then the inside fabric is the same as this back fabric, I think. Right? Yes. But look at that. Beautiful. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. Like, just this whole bag is beautiful. But, like, this fabric, love this fabric. Beautiful. I probably saw it in pictures and didn't realize how pretty it is until I'm looking at it in real life. So, and then the little charm is fairly similar to the charm on my butterfly bag. Slightly different colors and things, but this one is for a lucky winner. So, a lucky winner is going to win this project bag. I don't know how big it is. I didn't measure it. Kaylee, if you want to comment below and tell me how big this actually is. It is smaller. Is it the same size as this one? Yes, I think it's like the same-ish size as my dog's bag, but it is smaller than this one. So this one's quite large, but I believe that these two are like the same size. Maybe. This one might be slightly larger, but I think that they're about the same size. But yeah, this will fit a project perfect in here. I mean, you can fit a lot in these bags. They seem to be very roomy. So I was watching Carla the other day, and she was doing a giveaway, and she did something where it was just like, just leave a comment. So I think I'm going to do something similar. So there's no special word. There's nothing that you need to say. Just leave a comment, and I will go through all of the comments and do a random number generator, and I will, how I normally do it. If you don't want the project bag, please make sure to let me know, and I will skip over your comment. I will read it, but I won't include you in the giveaway. But this bag is just gorgeous. So, surprise giveaway that I wasn't sure when it was going to happen, but it's happening now. So I think I'm going to have this, as I usually do, up for 2 weeks. So my giveaway will go for 2 weeks, and then I will draw a winner. I will ship anywhere in the world. I know it's expensive, but look, I want to be able to give it to whoever wants it, right? So I don't care where you live, I will ship it to you. Oh, it's gorgeous. This is so pretty. Okay, so yeah, but please don't use the word giveaway. Make sure you're 18 or older so that you can give me your address. If you're not, make sure you have your parents' permission. I need like your parents' permission in writing. What else? Don't say giveaway. Don't say free. Don't say any of those buzzwords. And yeah, that'll be my giveaway. So 2 weeks from today, what is that? The Thanksgiving? Is that close to Thanksgiving? Hold please. I don't know what 2 weeks from today is. Yeah, it's literally the day before Thanksgiving. So the 24th is when I will be doing the draw for this beautiful project bag. Kaylee, these are awesome. Thank you so much. Beautiful. She does a great job. It is lovely. It is so well made. They feel really good. It looks amazing. I mean, it's just great. These are awesome. And you all get one too, or somebody gets one. And again, if you would like to buy from her, I will include, once she does get her shop 100% running, up and running, I will include the link. And this tag, I will keep this tag on the bag when I send it so that you can see where it's from. But I will include her link, her current link, in my description box below, along with all the other links that I don't link too many things. I think right now it's just Grace Notes Fabrics, Facebook page, Ariana. Do I keep Ariana's Twitch stream? I think I kept her Twitch stream link up, and now I'm going to include Kaylee's link. So keep throwing links at me. If I buy things, well, not if I buy things, but if it's very important to me, I will link them below. A lot of people are important to me, don't get me wrong, but I don't always remember who to link. But there are specific people that I always try to link. Anyway, that is that for that. We have a giveaway, so please enter. I'm excited to see who wins. They are beautiful bags. It is a beautiful bag. I'm keeping the other two. But that's it for stitching. So if you're only here for that, have a good one. Can't wait to talk to you next week. Peace out. If you are here for Life Update, I'm going to make this hopefully quick because I've managed to 15 minutes since I finished my WIPs. I've managed to continue on. So, oh, I forgot to mention, Kaylee sent me this beautiful little card too. I don't usually show the cards because I always forget. I've gotten a couple of cards from people and I've just forgotten to show them, but it is a beautiful card with a cute note. And we need to make a hashtag, and I agree on the hashtag that you've included in your card, Kaylee. So absolutely, I think that would be fun. So I'll message you anyway. So life, guys. Saturday, I moved my horse, so she is currently 10 minutes down the road. It's great. I went up there this morning. Yesterday, I went up there in the middle of the day. I've been up there almost every day except for Monday, because Monday was shot. But yeah, we moved her Saturday. Let me tell you, that was stressful because I am driving along 695, turned onto 70, driving along 70. I know these road names make no sense to you if you don't live here, but just go with it. I'm driving along 70, which is just a highway. And all of a sudden, my car not my car, my parents' truck, because it's the kind of family truck that we use if we need to haul things. It starts clicking, and I can feel something is wrong. Like, it doesn't feel normal, and the dashboard lights start going off, and it says something on the screen. And I'm like, no, I'm like 20 minutes away from where my horse lives to pick her up and bring her back closer to my house, right? And I'm looking at the screen and it's saying the traction control is off. and we need to service the traction control and the whatever the like system is for the traction. And I was like, okay, I think I'm still okay. But anyway, I called my dad. I was like, I don't know what this means, and you probably don't know what this means either, but you can look it up because you're not currently driving. So he looked it up, and he was like, I think it is okay to keep hauling because it wasn't raining. I was on highways most of the time. Like, I didn't have a moment where I needed the traction to be like super there. Like, it wasn't raining, so I didn't need help with the traction, right? But I was just like, this is stupid. And when I would push on the pedal and I needed to get to the next gear, it would like stall and then jump into the next gear. Like, it was struggling to get to the next gear. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it was scary. But I got my horse, loaded her, drove her home. And the whole time I was like, please just keep going. Please just keep going. We only have an hour. Like, we only have an hour from one place to the other place. So just go and be fine. Then I did get her there, put her in the field. She met the other horses. It was all fine. Took the truck back to my parents and picked up my car. And my parents were just like, we'll deal with this later. We don't. It's a rarely used car. It does go out every so often so that it is running, but it, like the trailer button, there's a button on the truck that you like push if you have something, you're hauling something, so that it is aware that there is something attached to the trailer hitch, and it can use the like if you plug it in, the lights all will work on the trailer and all that. Well, you have to push the button for that to happen. And I think when that button is pushed, it also does something with the other parts of the car. I don't know how it works. But anyway, I pushed that button, and I think that was the thing that kind of made it go, whoa, what are you? Like, you don't use me very often. So it was all fine. It worked, but it was a little scary. And then Sunday was normal, kind of. Sunday evening, I'm like sitting there, my dog is being weird, and I was like, what are you doing? Because he kept on being really clingy, trying to like get on me, which is not unusual, but the way he was doing it was very unusual. And he was not eating normally. I was like, oh, what are you doing? So I thought, okay, let's just let it be for the night. It'll probably be fine in the morning, because he's had like weird things happen where it gets cleared up the next day and it's not really an issue, so you can leave it for like overnight and then it's fine. Well, I woke up on Monday and his mouth was like, the side of his mouth, his like jowl area was so swollen that the inside of his lip was like sticking out. And I know that if they have swollen like mouth areas, that could be a sign that there's a tooth issue. And I was like, great. And he was drooling out of the side of his mouth. Now, drooling is not uncommon for this dog because he is very jowly, but this was unusual because he was drooling for no reason. Like, usually he'll drool if there's food, stuff like that. But this was just drooling because he couldn't control it. And he also wasn't eating on the right side of his mouth. Like, at all. He wasn't touching food with the right side of his mouth. He didn't want to touch anything with the right side of his mouth. Drinking water, he didn't really want to drink water because it was cold and it was hitting whatever was going on in his mouth. So, Monday morning, I call the emergency vet because my vet has a 1-week waiting period. So you can schedule an appointment, but you're going to have to wait a week to be able to come in. Because it's not an emergency vet. It's not an emergency hospital. So I called the emergency hospital, the emergency vet hospital, and I was like, I'm not sure if this is an emergency or not, but I know if it's a tooth issue, it could be an emergency. So they said it sounded like enough of an emergency that I should be on the wait list for the emergency, and I don't need to make an appointment, but it's not enough of an emergency to like come in right away. So they put me on the wait list. I was number 9 on the wait list for the day. And they said about a 7-hour waiting period from when I called. I think I called at like 8, maybe, something like that. It was over 7 hours. But I finally got the like text at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday that it was my turn and I should head over to the animal hospital. So I live about a half an hour away from the animal hospital. And so they called me and they were like, hey, you know, when are you going to get here? I said, you know, half an hour. I'm already on my way. So I get there. He hates the vet. I mean, most animals do, but he's just like trembling. He's a little baby when it comes to the vet. And so we get in there, we're sitting, we're waiting for the vet tech to come out. The vet tech comes out, we chat, we discuss what's going on, and I take him back to get weighed. He hates the scale. I mean, most dogs hate the scale, but like this creature hates the scale. And so I'm like picking him up on the front end, and the vet tech's like picking his hind end up so we can just like plop him onto the scale, and he is splayed out on the scale, does not want to be there. We couldn't really get an accurate reading because he is just moving. He does not want to be on this scale. It is the scariest thing he's ever stood on, apparently. But we weigh him, he gets off, we go into the other room, and he takes him to get his vitals checks. Well, he gets his vitals and then he comes back and he's like, look, we're not going to be able to do this because he's not letting us touch his mouth. He's not letting me touch his mouth, so that says something, because I can usually do whatever I want to him, and he's like, fine, whatever. So I knew they weren't going to be able to touch his mouth. So they're like, we need to sedate him to be able to actually see what's happening. So I said, okay, that's fine. So they sedated him, and he was not a happy camper. He comes in after, like, they did the initial sedation, and they were like, here, like, take him, we'll wait for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back, and we'll grab him and take him back. So I'm watching him, like, slowly get knocked out. It's wild to watch. It's not the first time I've seen animals get knocked out. My horse had to be sedated, and that was interesting. It's a lot weirder to watch a horse be sedated than it is to watch a dog be sedated, but he like laid down, kind of drifted off, and he was still breathing really heavily because he was so stressed out beforehand, that when they came back in, the vet tech was like, has he been breathing like that this whole time? And I was like, yeah. And so he said, hold on, let me go just make sure. Like, let me go check with the doctor and see what we should do. He came back and they were like, we're going to take him. He's knocked out. You know, they did the, like, tap the eye thing and see if he were reacted. Because usually if you tap the eye of the dog, they react by blinking. But if they are sedated enough, they won't react at all. So he didn't react. So they grabbed him. They took him back. They checked, and they saw that there was either a sting or like a small insect or animal bite inside of his mouth that had swollen up because it was some sort of maybe allergic reaction or something, but not like a heavy allergic reaction, so he could still breathe. He wasn't having any anaphylactic shock situation or anything like that. It was just swelling, and it was painful because obviously if you get stung or bitten, like, it's painful. So nothing crazy. He ended up getting, they just gave me a prescription. Well, they didn't need to give me a prescription. They just told me to give him Benadryl and pretty much wait until the pain goes away. So he is currently on Benadryl. And when he came home from that vet visit on Monday night, we were there for probably about 2.5 hours. He was still so out of it. And even on Tuesday morning, he was like kind of still wonky. His back end wasn't working quite correctly, but he's fine now. He's pretty much normal, back to normal. He did not sleep well last night. He was just like constantly moving around. It was just a lot. I think because he's been getting so much sleep because of the pain and the drugs. that he was so raw, like he had so much energy last night. It was a lot, and I'm exhausted because I had to deal with him being excited all night. So anyway, yeah, so he's fine. Thank you everybody who prayed for him and sent us good vibes. It was very scary because I thought we were gonna have to like have some tooth surgery or something. So I was like, this is the thing that happens when you have tooth dental issues. So all is good in the household, but it was just wild. So yeah, I took yesterday off just to make sure that he was fine and that the sedation wore off completely and all of that. So yeah, anyway, that is my life currently. I'm hoping that is the last crazy thing that has to happen here in the near future. Horse is fine. The dog is now fine, but we're gonna keep hoping that everything stays that way. I think that's it from me. I don't think I have anything else. I will talk to you all next week. Don't forget the giveaway will last 2 weeks, so you have 2 weeks to enter, but you must comment on this video. If you comment anywhere else, it won't count, so just this video. If you want to go comment on other videos, please feel free to, but that won't enter you in the giveaway. So, okay, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good evening, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week.